Our next question is directed back towards the Polish Consul General, Mr. Krzysztof Jędrzejczyk, and something that might of be interest to Canadians, especially in these times. Consul General, Chinese investments in critical infrastructure, regulations, and oversight policies on foreign investment, especially at regional levels. What are the Visegrád countries' position on this, Consul General?
Before I directly answer your question, let me refer to some words that Mr. Austin pointed out, talking about possible failures of the Visegrád Group. I don't exactly agree that there were failures. Even Professor Austin said, talking about Ukraine, actually, who lost Ukraine? So maybe it's not our fault. And I would just like to say a few words about our relations with Ukraine. Poland has accepted about 2 million Ukrainian refugees in the past few years. Since the war started in eastern Ukraine. 1.3 million work permits have been issued for them. Many Ukrainians came with families, so there are schools offering education in their language. In many Polish cities, public services are provided in Ukrainian. Together with our V4 partners, we launched in April 2020 the V4 East Solidarity Program. 5 of 13 projects were conducted in Ukraine. Now, in the second edition of this program, with the generous contribution from the Republic of Korea, our countries helped to improve healthcare system in Georgia and again Ukraine. Of course, we can have different opinions on some issues, but we have to remember we are not a single state. We are sovereign states, so we can differ, but we act together where we see our common interests. So I think that's very clear. And coming back to China, as members of European Union, we have comprehensive trade agreement with China. We also are involved in talks with China on their Belt and Road Initiative. In that context, I can mention 2 significant investments in railway transshipment centers, one in Hungary, one in Poland. Last week, there was a virtual summit attended by the heads of 17 European states and China. And President of Poland, Mr. Andrzej Duda, demanded China be more open to our European products. To show how important is the V4 economy, I will use this comparison. The combined trade volume of V4 countries with Germany is higher by $100 billion than trade volume between Germany and China. So our economic offer is worth considering.
Thank you so much for your answer. Now I would like to pass the last question to Emma. Emma?
Perfect. So this is going to be our last question, and it's still to the Consul General. So the near success of Rafał Trzaskowski in the Polish presidential election last year would have surely led to an improvement in the Polish-EU relations. Would the election of such a figure such as Trzaskowski actually succeed in Poland or in any other Visegrád nation in automatically degrading the constant state of populist-based vetoing at the EU level?
President Andrzej Duda has won the election in 2020 and became president of Poland for the second term. That's the fact. I'm a diplomat, not a columnist. Thus, I can present the facts, not comments on speculations. I can assure you that democracy in Poland is strong, and our relations with the European Union are in a perfect state. Those relations are conducted on very different levels, affecting many crucial spheres of our citizens' lives. Some ideologically motivated statements cannot destroy our true relationships.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our event for today. With this, we would like to take our opportunity to thank everyone for joining us for this conversation and celebration of the founding of the Visegrád Group. Thank you to the Consul General, Krzysztof Jurczyk, Professor Robert Austin, and Professor Tamara Tranowska for their presentations and insights. To our guest Consuls General, Mr. Valier Palkovits and Mr. Piotr Wianiek, and Honorary Consul Mr. Michael Martinchuk. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. To our guests in the audience, our honorable distinguished guests such as the MPPs, ministers, and members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, thank you for joining us. And last but not least, we would like to thank the general public and to the students from the University of Toronto joining us, even though it is during their study holiday break. Thank you for joining, and we hope that your studies will be as successful in the near future.